In our society, one of the greatest lies told to us is that revenge is toxic and morally wrong. It takes too much energy, and it's not worth it in the end. That's what your friends usually say to you when you've been hurt and betrayed by someone. Especially when that someone moves on without understanding what they did wrong. But you do, and now you want to show them what it was. You want to even the score, because you did nothing wrong in the first place. Being completely passive, like nothing happened, isn't fulfilling deep inside, and on the other hand, being consumed by revenge will only destroy you, and you will have achieved nothing. But in moderation, revenge can be an invaluable tool if you work in the gray area of its spectrum. Of course, revenge takes energy, but these are the words of slothful people who do not have what it takes to motivate themselves to achieve a goal. It is their excuse. Revenge is one of humanity's most ancient instincts, hardwired into our genetic code, therefore completely moral. Allow me to enlighten you. Revenge is derived from the word vindication, a synonym of justice in the English language, and in Greek, revenge, or ekdikisi as it's called, is an etymology with its roots traced to justice. The Greek language is known for being very specific. Greek mythology, folklore, and even history is well known for stories themed around vengeance. Two prime examples are the Odyssey and the Iliad, both written by Homer. Another timeless and very satisfying revenge story that stood the test of time is Alexander Dumas's masterpiece in The Count of Monte Cristo. Literally the story about a man who was fixed on an idea to straighten things out in his life and punish those who destroyed and betrayed his trust, whilst rewarding those loyal to him. Why doesn't anyone tell Edmond Dantes to get on with his life and forget about what happened, but instead enjoy the moment he kills the man who ruined his life for nothing? Therefore, revenge is derivative of justice, which is triggered every time wrongdoers have offended us. So how can it be wrong to seek justice, especially when it's so satisfying when achieved? Those who seek revenge are versed in ethics and morality, seek to repair the wrongs of those who have offended them or even others. Why is it acceptable when a man in tights and a cape seeks justice and takes matters into his own hands? Why is it not considered revenge in this case? Because it is not human nature to let go of what is wrong. To fix what is broken and take back what has been taken, the need for balance. To expose those who betrayed you for the whole world to see what a filthy snake that perpetrator is. Because it is an insult to have someone manipulate you, lie to you, and use you for their own selfish gains, and when they're done, they discard you, moving on to the next victim. That's when it's morally wrong, to let that offender out loose, while you remain passive, thinking they got away with it, living a happy life while destroying yours for it, presenting a false image to the innocents out there who have no knowledge of what evil that person is capable of, and you feel it your duty to expose and vanquish it. But the only way someone can truly vanquish their passions, be it being a liar, a cheater, a thief, or a manipulator, is by exposing them to their crimes, to force them to face them, so that they can feel the humiliation of their deeds and suffer the consequences. But this can only happen if the punishment comes from the person that was wronged before, and not from something or someone else, because in that case, it's not their morality that gets hurt, but their ego. They will have learned nothing and play the victim when they have been wronged in turn. It isn't the nature of these immoral people to hide from the consequences of their horrendous actions. They feel entitled because of their ego and demand to reap the fruits of other people's labor. They just take and expect good things for themselves at the expense of others and give nothing back in return. In time, if they aren't stopped, they will do it all over again. By stopping them, you spare countless others, innocents who deserve something better. You become a true hero that stands for values and justice. The same way law enforcement removes a serial killer from society and puts them into prison, keeping innocent people safe. It is the exact same thing. Expose the wrongdoers in public, in front of their loved ones, friends, and family. Do it in their biggest of moments. Ruin their triumph. Show them what you have really experienced. Humiliate them and let them be scorned by their people for the consequences of their actions. So letting a god, life, or karma do your job for you is an excuse, the same way you expect good things to happen to you out of the blue. It requires planning, effort, and devotion. You do not have time to wait. You must act now. The same way you plan a diet to lose weight or to save up to go on a trip. Revenge is a great motivator in life, and the only thing toxic about it is when you do nothing and wallow in your self-pity. The strong have the will to act, the weak are passive, and secretly, everyone will admire you for going that extra mile, putting in the extra effort. It is admired when someone who plots revenge puts in all their genius, time, and patience into their scheme, so it can work out perfectly when it's time. Not everyone has moral values, but everyone feels shame when they have been humiliated by being exposed to everyone else for what they really are. Force them to hide in their homes or leave town out of embarrassment. This way they can reflect on their mistakes, and only then can they learn from them. This way they can possibly change and become better people, and they will owe it to you. The feeling of justice that revenge produces is a gift you can either waste and be stepped on again, or you can make your point, save others, and assure you will be respected. If you succeed in your revenge, nobody will ever dare to oppose or cross you again. It is better to keep people away from you and know that you are safe, than to be surrounded by hypocrites who at any moment might destroy you. However, revenge does not work when you attempt to kill the one that has wronged you, simply because there is no lesson to be learned once you are dead. It is far more satisfying when the other person is humiliating, wishing they were dead. Do not waste your time and constitutional freedom by taking a life that is not yours to take. No life is yours to take. Be patient and take your time to exploit your enemy's passions and weaknesses, and when the time is right, at last, justice will set you free.